Back up in the closet, ready to chitty chat.
Chitty chat. I go ahead. You were getting ready to start a sentence, and I cut you off. That's what I'm good at. Oops, I dropped my phone.
No, I was just gonna push things along.
Okay, well, let's do it. You know what holiday is coming up? Yeah.
It's really close to your birthday.
So what? That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Look,
you're not taking
for
Valentine's
me, Valentine's Day is every day.
Whatever. Listen, gotcha. Somebody asked
I heard they don't count if they land on a weekday. Is it on a weekday?
Yeah, but somebody asked me today. They were like, I said, are we on schedule for next week? My clients, and they were like, yeah, but what about Thursday? I'm like, what about Thursday? They were like, it's Valentine's Day. Isn't Jeff doing something for you? I was like, probably not. I'll see you next Thursday. But I mean, we don't really.
Not if you got work.
We don't really. Don't let work get in the way.
You got cheddar to make, so
you don't let work get in the way of love.
This is true.
But no, I mean, we don't really celebrate it all that much. Maybe we'll go to dinner or something.
We'll go to dinner.
Maybe we will.
A little love making.
Oh my gosh.
That's what you do on Valentine's Day, right? That's a lot of pressure, though. Isn't there a lot of pressure when you're like,
we don't even.
Valentine's Day's coming up. You always make me get in that lace thing that you make me wear.
Oh my gosh.
And
this is going.
That's where I'm going to stop.
Downhill real fast. I am not a lace girl.
Then why do you make me wear that?
No, but listen. So Valentine's Day is coming up. And here's the thing. We have 4 kids. And forever we've done Valentine's Day boxes. And normally, when we do a Valentine's Day box...
You go to Target and you get that little packet of like, well, do we want to get... Is this for school?
Yes, Jeff, it's for school. No, it's for home. What?
Okay,
why would we make a Valentine's Day box for home?
Well, for a minute there, I thought like... Anyway, Target, they have the pre-made shoe boxes out now.
Right.
With the holes in the top. You just grab one.
No, you do not. Not this year.
You pay for it, and then you get your
Buddy,
Spider-Man
let me tell you.
packet of Valentine's, and then you just fill them out for everybody in the class.
And you get a class list, and you put them on there, and it's done, right?
Done,
or
son.
If you make one, you get a shoebox, you get either some construction paper, or you get some tin foil, and wrap it up, and cut out some hearts, do some XOXOs, and then you're done.
It's getting complicated. Now you're making it complicated.
And you cut a slit in the side. No, that's tin foil. Easy. That's super easy. And you cut a little hole in the top to put the thing. Easy. Not this year. This year is something different. This year, we have to do a engineering challenge.
What's that mean?
Well, I didn't bring the papers up here.
It'd been nice to have the papers.
I should have brought the papers up here, but basically it's 2 pages, front and back of instructions and everything that this has to have. It has to be freestanding. It has to be on a flat surface. It has to be the items that you use to do it have to be disguised. Why are teachers doing this shit to us? This is stupid.
And you know what sucks? It's kind of like you're held hostage.
Yeah, you're held hostage because
it's your family's name if you're the one that doesn't participate, right? Like you got that pressure of I don't want my kid to be there and not have what he's supposed to have.
I'm pretty sure it's an assignment.
They're going to get a grade?
Maybe. I don't know.
So they turned it into a grade.
I don't care. You shouldn't do that because that takes the fun out of making Valentine's Day boxes. That takes the freedom out. Like, it's not just like, go be creative. Do what you want. And that's easy for us.
Well, you know what? That's good. They're teaching the boys young that Valentine's Day is not easy and it's not about you.
They're teaching kids
that you're not going to do just what you want to do.
They're teaching the kids that to make Valentine's Day like complex. I mean, because the parents are the ones that normally do these stupid projects. And I am just not that type of mom. I am not a crafty mom. I like these projects, and I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here because I'm seriously opting out. I'm not into getting crafts. I'm not the good mom who gets super excited about, oh, Nate, this is going to be so much fun.
You're not the
And
Martha Stewart.
No,
Mama.
and we go and we cut things out together, and we paper mache it all, and no, that's just stupid and it's dumb. And I don't want to do it. I want to prove a point. I want to write I love his teacher.
His teacher's amazing.
No, I know
year.
she
She's
is, and all those teachers are.
Yeah,
but why are you going to make an extra work for us? It's just like, let the freaking kids go to school and don't do this.
It's probably them paying us back for having to deal with our little punks.
They signed up
They're probably
for
like,
it.
you know what?
No, they're teachers. That's their job. Sorry, it is.
It's their job, but your job still sucks, even if it's your job.
Well, then don't be a teacher. If you can't put up with our little punks, then
It's
don't
not
be a
that
teacher.
easy. They might have habits that they got to keep the jobs so they can keep their habit going, like eating dinner and lunch
I
and
guess,
paying for stuff.
Anyway, what I'm saying is schools are making things extra. They do these stupid fundraisers. Now, listen, I know that. What are you doing? If you all could see Jeff right now. I know that schools need fundraisers. I get it.
Absolutely.
But just do the
Jump rope for heart.
Don't-
Heart for jump rope. Which way to go?
It's jump rope for heart. But
That was
what my
great.
point is that you send all of the students with, like, at Christmas time, selling the stupid wrapping paper, right? Okay. Well, I'm not sending my kid door to door to do this. Okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask my family. Everybody has enough things to pay for. And when a kid comes to my door selling stuff, the answer is no. I may be mean, but I can't even support my own kids and my own family barely. I can't afford a fundraiser. But it puts a lot of pressure on the kids because you know why, on us, because you know why the kids come home with these packets and like, I want to get this prize. I want to get this prize. You know, the prize could be like a freaking glow in the dark.
It's like at Billy
Boomerang,
Bob's
but-
or Chuck E. Cheese. You spend $40 to get like a $3.70 lightsaber out of the case.
But I'd rather go do that and my kid's sitting there having fun other than my kid pressure me to buy this fundraiser stuff so he can get a toy. Okay, and then if we don't do it and we don't collect the money and then my class wants to win and it's just a lot of pressure. It's a lot of extra and there's other ways I feel like that they could fundraise.
A lot of pressure on
Have
us.
a car wash as a school.
car
Okay,
wash.
don't send stuff home for the parents to do. We work and we take care of our family. If you need
Preach.
funds, then you, as a school organization, I think I put an extra syllable in
You
there.
did. You threw one in there.
And I'm not even drinking. A school organization, figure out a way on your time to raise funds. Don't send stuff home with me. I'm not doing it. I'm sending it back. I won't participate in it. I will write you a check for $20 or $30 if you guys need money.
There you go.
I can participate. It's not that I don't want to give money.
Right,
It's just that I
right.
don't want to participate in this stupid
Well, you don't have time
fundraiser.
to.
I don't have time to, and I don't want to.
But there are that's for those people that don't have anything else to do. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Well, maybe it is.
That sounds bad.
If
I
you're a
didn't mean it that
fundraising
way. I'm
queen,
just
then-
saying there's people that don't work,
Yeah.
the stay-at-home moms or whatever, and they get really involved with school, and that's great because you need them. But maybe they should just do the fundraisers.
Yeah, maybe they
because they
should.
are just doing
Maybe
the fundraiser.
there should be a
because you're not
fundraising
doing the
committee.
fundraiser. Oh, I guarantee there's a committee of a committee of a committee, and they're like PTO too.
Oh yeah, I'm not a PTO mom. When did they change it from PTA to PTO?
I was getting ready to ask that. We're on
Parent
the
Teacher
s-
Association, and now it's Parent Teacher Organization.
Maybe the association just wasn't
I don't know.
or organized enough.
I don't know the politics behind it, but I am not a PTA mom. I'm sorry. I don't volunteer at the school, and I know that sounds
You
terrible.
did when you
I
were
did
younger.
when I was a stay-at-home mom.
When your kids were younger, remember that?
Yeah, but
You
when
were
I
up
was a
there all the
stay-at-home mom.
time. You're a stay-at-home mom, and you helped a lot.
But anyway, I think the fundraising should be left to the school, to the administrators, to the teachers, to the kids on school time. Now, there is one fundraiser that I'm like, kind of okay. It's like that discount book. You know what I mean? Like if you can get discounts to restaurants that you use, okay, I'm cool with that. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
got
buying
3 of those
stupid-
books under my car seat
I know,
from the
you
last
don't
4
use
years
them.
that
You
we've
don't
never
use them.
used.
I know, but I mean, at least there's something that's like somewhat of use instead of wrapping paper.
It is. It's great stuff. Wrapping paper
just
can be used too to wrap
so much
presents at
extra.
Christmas. I don't know if you know that. And what wouldn't you much rather buy it from a child than from Walmart?
No,
and support your local schools?
not really, because it's expensive.
Is it?
I can get so much more at Walmart.
Well, you
Sorry.
pay for what you get.
I'm so mean. I'm so mean.
Pay for what you get. That
But-
paper rips way too easy, and Christmas isn't as fun with paper that rips too easy.
Anyway, I'm on. It got me thinking today about stuff in life that's extra. Like, why do we do extra? Why do we make things harder? And here's another thing.
There's a lot of things that are extra.
Yeah. Here's another thing. I don't get this. These things they don't really go hand in hand, but it's the same event. Do you know that now for weddings? Okay, so back when we were getting married and all of our friends and stuff were getting married, you would just send an invitation, right? You would just send an invitation.
Yeah, you
For a
get your
wedding.
invitations and you'd send them out to
All
everybody,
you would do
right?
is send an invitation to a wedding, but now there's two things you get in the mail. You get a save the date.
Oh, yeah, you got to do the save the
Save
date.
the date. No, why? And then
Save the date.
then you get an invitation.
It's a reminder, right? So you got
This is
save the
stupid.
date.
Okay, this is just creating extra money, wasting extra paper. Why
Killing
do you need to
trees.
save the date? Just send the flippin' invitation in the mail.
We didn't save a date.
We didn't
and we
send save the
still
dates.
got married.
And we still we sold out the church. I mean, like the
did.
church, there was standing
Standing room only.
and they didn't get a save the date. They got an invitation about a month and a half or so before the wedding, and they're like, "Oh, if a month and a half, 2 months is not enough time to like know you're going to a wedding and plan that you're going to go to a wedding." So they send these save the dates like months ahead because
Like-
just in
like-
case,
like,
don't
yeah.
make any plans because you got to come to a wedding. That's just stupid. It's waste of time. It's extra money. It's extra pressure on the bride and the groom to be
You want to eliminate all
parents,
the things you can.
the saving. So Maddie, Brooke, Kaylee, we're not sending save the dates
Well, they can if they want.
if they want. Hopefully by then,
I can make some
everything
nice
will be
ones on the
everything will
Cricut
be
for 'em.
okay
Did
to
you know
be.
that?
Yes, will be digital.
A digital.
You send a digital save the date. Send an email. Hey, look.
By the
I'm
time
getting
my
married
girls
in
get
3
married,
months.
we'll have a robot that sends them
Whatever.
digitally.
You just send an email. You just send a fax.
Facts.
But send something and like, hey, heads up, I'm getting married on July 18th.
Can't you do like a wedding Facebook invitation? Just make your list and bam.
Well, I mean, I don't know about a I think a wedding does need to have a formal invitation, but a save the date is bullcrap. Do that
Have
electronically.
you not noticed formal's not cool anymore? Formal's out.
Okay, so let's transition into my next pet peeve, and maybe this is going out too. Why? Okay, so when you go to a wedding, or you go to a wedding shower, or you go to a baby shower, or you go to a birthday party, and you receive a gift, and the person is there, and you open it, and it's from Jeff, and you're like, oh my gosh, Jeff, thank you so much for this gift. And then I got to go home and write you a freaking thank you note.
Well, since when?
That's, are you serious? Since when? That's etiquette.
Shoot.
That's etiquette.
Dang it.
What?
I didn't write notes.
I don't think that we wrote.
I thank people on Facebook when they tell me happy birthday.
No, that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. When we had our wedding, and we
yeah. You gotta send a thank you note out for people coming and giving you stuff.
You don't need to do that.
Well, you should.
No, you shouldn't. Why? Yeah. If they weren't there, yes, I 100% agree. If they're like, okay, Jeff couldn't make your birthday party, but he sent this gift, then I, some way, shape, or form, reach out to you and say thank you, whether I send you an email or whether I formally write it out. But if you were at my birthday party and you handed me my gift and I looked at you and I said, thank you so much for this gift. I looked at you and said, why the heck do I got to write it down and send it again?
You don't.
You do.
Do you really?
Well, I think
Did
that
you get
my
in trouble
grandma,
for this?
by your mom and my grandma.
Oh,
I
well,
think my
that's
grandma
old
and your
school
mom
stuff.
is still asking me if I sent our wedding thank yous. Because they know I did it. And maybe people out there are waiting for my thank you from my baby shower, but you're not getting one.
They don't care. People don't care.
But some people, I think, do.
Yeah, but they're older.
I think your mom and my
I think
grandma
they're older,
would
and
be
they're
like,
sitting
I
around,
went
like,
and I bought her a
checking
baby.
the box. You know what I
bought
mean?
her a baby shower gift, and
But you told them thank you, and you still told people thank you.
I still haven't gotten it.
For stuff.
But you're not getting my drift, Jeff. Some people expect to be thanked in person when they see it, and then they're waiting for the mailbox. I still haven't received Jeff and Angie's baby gift. Thank you.
You mean
and
you didn't send a thank you?
No,
Daggone it,
I'm
Ange.
not. And I won't. If I thank you
I
in
should
person,
have done. I'm going to have to write thank you gifts to everybody that's at our wedding. Do you have the wedding list? It's 20 years ago.
Listen.
Or 20 some years ago.
I'm just saying it's extra. If you've already told them thank you, they don't need a freaking piece of paper.
We shook their
throw it
hand
away.
as they left, and we said thank you for coming. Bam, done. The whole birthday thing, that's crazy. You came over, it's casual. We had a birthday party. You brought a gift. I told you not to bring a gift. But this is awesome because you brought a gift anyway, which is awesome, and I like gifts. But you brought a gift. Like, if I give a gift, I don't expect anybody to give me anything or thank me or anything.
That's what I'm saying. Why do you expect
I'm giving you a gift. It's a kindness out of the kindness of my heart. I like you. I appreciate you having me over to your party. It might be a bottle of wine. It might be whatever. But I don't expect you to send me. I never thought once, send me something.
Some people do.
And if you came to my party and I invited you and my good buddy, and he just sent his gift with you, but he went to somewhere else instead, I'm not sending him a note. I'm sending him a picture of me flipping him off for not being at my party.
No. I mean, there's reasons people can't come. If I can't go to a party, if somebody couldn't come to my party and send a gift with somebody and it was like, this is from so-and-so, then I would call them, I would text them. But I'm probably not going to write out a thank you note and send it through the mail.
Well, let me tell you something. One thing, a stamp is $50.
How much?
50 cents.
Stamps are 50
They just went up to
cents?
50 cents. That's because it's just nobody's communicating that way.
That's crazy.
It's businesses, right? That's it.
That's it. And like legal paper. Yeah, it's crazy. But back to birthday parties. Can I go
and that's
back?
Wait. Let me finish on the stamp thing because this is another thing at work. Because I think it's a generational thing because I do this with people at work. They'll get a policy in, or they'll get an endorsement in, or they'll get something in, and they'll come to me and they'll say, "Do you need anything with this before I send it to the agent or the insured?"
Yeah.
And they're sitting there sending all this stuff out, and I'm like, "No, I got it. It was attached to an email too. I know it came in the mail, and I went ahead and attached it to another email, and then I sent that email to the agent where you're sending the physical mail. They've got it, and they can print it off, and we didn't have to buy a stamp."
I know. We need to be getting rid of a lot of it, unless I have to mail it.
But there's some things you do have to have
is.
physically, like the originals.
No, I know that.
But I mean, come on.
I know.
There's a lot of unnecessary mailings, and those thank yous are unnecessary. Unless it's something big and you do it. You know what a thank you that you send should be for?
What?
When it's not expected. When it's just like, you know what, I want to thank this person for being, whatever in my life, and I'm going to do a little different, old school.
Yeah,
or
that's nice.
if I'm in sales, and I tell people that all the time. I'm like, you know what, you get a meeting with a guy finally after calling him for 4 months and he wouldn't see you. If you want to be a little different than everybody else, send him a follow-up email, but send him a handwritten note.
That's different. I agree with that.
That's the circumstances. But out of obligation?
It's obligation, and I don't like it. No. But back to birthday parties. Okay, we don't have to deal with this as much anymore, but when our kids were little, we had these birthday parties. Now, I don't know if they still do it. I'm sure they do, and they probably do more than this. But when our kids were little, I know you know where I'm going with it because I get heated. When our kids were little and we had birthday parties, like for the little kids to come over, we'd have games and we'd have cake and stuff like this.
And we'd have drinks
and
for
we'd
the
have
adults.
And food
for the adults.
We would supply all of this. And you came and you brought a gift because you're coming to my kid's birthday party, and that's fine. Now listen, I want to meet the mom because I know it was a mom, and I know I just know it is, that made up that you have to have party favor goodie bags for all of the little kids when they leave. That's some bull crap.
This is the evolution of mommy showboating. That's what I call it. It first starts with the little things, and then it leads up, and some moms took a step to do this at a party, and then the one down the street did this, and then the next one did a party favor bag, and then the next one's freaking giving out iPads. And then, you know what I mean? It's like,
you know what?
I want to be known as the mom, in the neighborhood, and you know what the dad's doing? What the heck are we doing getting gifts for everybody at our kid's birthday
That's
party?
what I'm saying. You're coming to my kid's birthday party. Your gift for coming is a freaking piece of cake, kid. That's what you get.
Well,
and
a piece you know what you might do? You
and
might
a
have
box.
a piñata.
And I might have some candy and a piñata.
Yeah. Or
Yes.
you might play a game where you win a little something.
Sure.
Right? Those things you did. I remember you did.
and
Like
that's
you'd have
fine.
games and kids, and they'd have so much fun because they'd compete and they'd win a little toy and then they'd be happy. But not everybody went home with a toy.
No, because I refuse to spend money on that crap. So whatever mom started that,
There'd have been no parties,
It's not
baby.
fun.
Because I would have said, no, I can't do this. I can't pay for my kids' gifts and for all the other kids' gifts.
kids looked at the parties. They look for our goodie bags. I'm like, I'm sorry, you don't. We don't have one, and so maybe nobody liked coming to our kids' parties. But I refuse.
Oh, they loved it.
I refuse to buy gifts for other people to come to my kids' party. Period.
should've
Point
done?
blank. Party bags, no way.
You should get a party bag handy. And when a kid asks or a mom asks if you had party favor, you should just scoop a piece of cake, toss it in the bag.
That's your cake. Is your yes. But there was.
Would you like
but,
cookies or cake?
when we lived in Atlanta, the girls, Brooke went to this party one time, and it's like all the moms try to outdo, like you were saying, but like try to make their kids' party like this grandiose event, right? Instead of just having some streamers, having some flipping balloons, and some cake, they got to go extra, and so they had these big theme parties and stuff like that. Well, Brooke went to this one party, and they had this big, huge, like movie, like red carpet event.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Red carpet event. I mean, it was a great party.
That's
great
awesome.
party. Okay, so but it was so funny. Now, mind you, this girl, they were what? I mean, maybe 6 or 7, little. So I'm not holding it against this girl at all. But it was so funny. I was leaving her party, and I said to the birthday girl, I said, Brooke's birthday's in a few weeks. Are you going to come? And she looked at me, this little 7 or 8-year-old kid, and she looked at me up, and she goes, I don't know. Is it going to be lame? Well, what kind of pressure does that put on me? Because I literally had just a backyard birthday party planned, and so now I have this pressure to have this, like, and I looked at her, I was like, yep, it probably will be.
Yep, we're going to have hot dogs and burgers.
So I don't know where people come up with all this extra, but it's like too much for me to handle. Too much.
I don't like giving out party favor bags, but I like receiving them. So
when have you received a party favor bag? I want to know.
It's just like, usually they have them like when I go to parties with like Diddy. I know his, you get all these kind of goodies, or when I go to parties with like Rihanna.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Or there's usually party favor stuff.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. I'm sure. You're insane in the memory. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something else. You know what else? This isn't really along the extra.
You're chopping it down tonight. You're bringing down the tree of extra.
Here's something that's it's kind of on the extra list, but it's just something that I experienced the other day, not today. The other day, I was getting gas. I was getting gas at Speedway. And you know why? Do you know why they put TVs in the gas pumps?
Are you giving me a real answer here? Are you
I'm
giving
giving
me a
you
truthful
probably facts.
to sell you stuff?
No, because it's news and weather. To distract you so you buy more gas.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
It's happened to me.
It happened to me the other day. I wanted to get $10 in gas.
We can't focus on anything. We're all over the place because our brains are always looking at screens everywhere. So we see a screen, we're like, ooh, screen.
Well, and you hear it. So it's like you're hearing
loud.
it. You're hearing it. And like, I forget what she was talking about. Something about the weather, how it was going to be nice. Blah, blah, blah. So I was watching the weather forecast. I got totally wrapped up into watching this. And now I'm $20 in. And I only wanted to get 10. It's trickery. It's not right. We do not need TVs at the gas pumps. It's extra. We don't need to be entertained and distracted when we're getting gas. You're dealing with gasoline. You don't need to be distracted. And you're taking my money. Right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. The sad thing is what's going to happen is it's going to get so advanced. This is my prediction, that everything's going to be tied together. So, like, if you have your, like say you go to Speedway all the time in the future, and you've, like, connected them somehow. I don't know if it'll be Wi-Fi or whatever, but location device or whatever, and they see you pulling, they automatically know it's you. So, like, I'll get out, I'll start pumping gas, and it knows it's Jeff Runyon at the pump.
Oh
It's
my
registered me,
gosh.
and it knows I like big butts, so it starts playing like rap videos with girls twerking. And I'm just sitting there like watching, and it's
Yes.
see what I'm saying?
That's
And
great.
it's just like tailored to you almost.
And
or
then-
it starts playing the music you like while you're standing
And the
there.
next
you're
thing
like,
you know, your
yeah.
tank is full.
Your
and
tank's
you got to
full.
pay for it because there's no turning back.
Well, you put your card in.
There's no turning
Actually,
back.
you don't even need to put your card in, because it's the future. You're going to pull up, and it's just going to be like,
gosh.
boom.
That would be scary.
It's coming.
That would be scary.
I'm telling you, it's coming.
Well, probably not that. That's
yeah,
a little
it's going to be
extreme.
crazy.
That's a little extreme, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe it's not.
You're going to have to allow it, just like a lot of the stuff that we would say was crazy. Like if you told us, like, back in 1999, that we would be talking to our watches, and that would be asking it
Questions?
questions, and that it would be keeping our heart rate, and we could just do all this stuff on our phones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We would be like, that's crazy.
When we had dial-up internet.
That's crazy.
To think that you can have internet on your phone probably would have been a little stretch of the imagination on your flip phone.
That's crazy.
I know. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
You're thinking, I mean, just think if you could go back and tell somebody that's been gone since like 2005 even.
Yeah.
Because this thing didn't hit till we had like the flip phones up until like 2008. They had like Blackberries before then.
Blackberries.
Remember
that's
how awesome those
hysterical.
were?
I do.
Those were
I never
weak.
had one.
They were weak. And so now we're like, technology is like moving so fast. AI is going to be crazy.
AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Oh my gosh. How do you know all this? It's because you watch the news and you.
I don't watch news.
You're
I
on
listen
Twitter
to stuff.
all the time.
And I'm on the Twitter.
And you listen to podcasts.
But AI
but I
really
don't do
interests
any of
me, because that's what Siri is. That's what, and it just continues. That's what everything is. That's what, like, now that you can test it, like, we could get on here and start talking about certain products, and they'll start popping up.
that. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
never happened to me. I keep hearing you say these stories. Never once has that happened to me. Never once have I been talking about something like, oh my gosh, there's an ad for it. Never once. I don't. Maybe AI doesn't care about me. And now I'm offended. I'm sorry. It's never happened to me.
Well, I mean, I think you have to, like,
Search it?
I don't know how. Search it, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. You search something on your phone, but not you always talk about like, oh, your phone's listening to you and it hears what you're talking about, and you're going to talk about milk, and then you're going to turn your phone on and there's going to be milk ads everywhere.
It's happening.
Okay, I want to find on here where.
Let's just say, like, what do we want to say? Let's say,
Okay.
like
Let's talk
not
about
milk.
okay,
let's talk about
a
like
product.
a car or
Okay,
a.
I'm going to talk about. I would really love to have a home gym treadmill.
Treadmills?
I would love to have a treadmill.
Like treadmills.
It'd be so great because then I could just go to my basement.
But
the
that's not a
convenience
name
of it.
brand. There's no
Oh
treadmill
my
going to
gosh!
be listed.
Okay, you want a name brand
It
of
needs to
something?
be a Toyota or a Honda
Okay,
or
fine, fine. I want to have a. I don't know. I don't know any cars. I don't know cars. So there's got to be something else. I don't know. I would love to have a Coach purse.
Coach purse.
A Coach, which is
Coach.
100%. But I would love to have a Coach purse. All my friends have Coach purses. A Coach purse would be nice. Now, I've said it how many times? Now, are you saying that I'm going to go on my Instagram? Eventually. Well, that could be freaking coincidence, Jeff.
Listen, we've gone way off track
This
here.
is bullcrap.
We're losing.
I'm going
it.
on Instagram.
We're losing
are you
it.
saying on Instagram it's going to come up with a Coach purse? Or where? Where is this happening?
I don't know. We'll research
scared
it
me for
and
a
we'll
second.
come back
That
to
scared me
it.
for a
That's awesome.
I opened up my Instagram and it was this Stitch Fix, and I thought it was fashion. I thought maybe a purse was popping up. Then I was gonna be like, all right, shut my mouth. But anyway, okay. So I got off topic, but we can talk about that another time.
That was so extra.
What?
You're
extra.
I'm out.
All right, bye.